It's time for a little coffee, guys. Oh yeah, the McDonald's coffee. Let's do this. It's starting to get bright. Sun just peeked out right over the building. Man, sunrises happen fast. All right, guys, we're gonna be talking about Evergrande. We're gonna be talking about the, it's happened. Evergrande, well, it says it averts a default again, but the debt woes mount. So technically we're not in the thick of it, but it is technically in bankruptcy now because debts are being resolved at a totally different rate at what they were originally signed on for, if you know what I mean. So we're going to go through this right now. I'm going to link the story below. It says the world's most indebted property developer and probably undisputedly the largest, China's Evergrande group averted a destabilizing default at the last minute for a third time in the past month with a source on Thursday saying several bondholders had received overdue coupon payments. Now, we've been talking about this, guys, but remember, I want to highlight, you know, I think it was the first week of August, last week of July, I did a story about CMBS, commercial mortgage-backed securities. And I said that nobody understands what they are, but guaranteed by January, everybody around the world is going to know what it is. It's going to be rolling off their tongue like they're professionals. But the only professionals in that group are going to be those that watch the Economic Ninja, because actually I was the first one that talked about it. And Google even says so. So I'm pretty excited about that. But the point being is that this part of real estate securities are imploding right now. Commercial mortgage-backed securities are even worse than the mortgage-backed security crisis of 2008 when Lehman Brothers went down. And I've said before, and I'm going to keep saying it, Evergrande is not the Lehman Brothers moment, it is the Bear Stearns moment. And not only because you know, its size isn't as great on a percentage basis as Lehman was, right, when it went down, but especially in comparison to how much money's been printed since Lehman Brothers collapsed. But the biggest thing is knowing that this is the first one to go down, and you're starting to see the other ones topple, right? Smaller, you know, albeit, is that the right word? Albeit? I'm trying to get some real big fancy words. You know, they're smaller than Evergrande, but they're starting, the dominoes are collapsing. And the sad thing is what people aren't watching for now is the AIG moment that's going to be coming in probably about 5 months, where the insurer, whoever's insuring these commercial mortgage-backed securities, are going to implode as well. So we're not out of the woods. As a matter of fact, we just started and the fireworks are going to start. So I say, get your popcorn, sit back with your crypto, gold, silver, and your no debt, and start smiling because payday is about to come. All right, guys. Oh, wait a minute, though. Hold on. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a professional. I'm not even a pew-fessional. My point being is that don't take advice of the dude that has a weird brohawk that looks like Bam Bam from the Flintstones. The cash-strapped developer has been stumbling from a deadline to deadline in recent weeks as it grapples with more than $300 billion in liabilities. 19 billion of which are international market bonds. Now, another thing I've been talking about, guys, is that these are the bonds that are not going to get paid out first. Regardless if they made those payments right now, they're just trying to keep this thing going. And I guarantee you, the reason why they're able to make those payments is because they're selling off assets through the back door right now to hedge funds and central banks. I guarantee it, that's what's going on. And so they're getting funds right now to pay people. They're literally robbing Peter to pay Paul. That's literally what they're doing right now. It's the same game, decade after decade. So it says the payments were made at the end of 30-day grace period that ended Wednesday, as was the case with two separate offshore coupon payments that were due in late September. All right, so my point being is this, and I'm gonna set this down because I wanna concentrate with you guys. It's coffee time. Let's just be really rude here. Hot. Okay. As we cover these stories, I wanna show you the progression of default and the progression of fraud, all right? There are already stories coming out that Evergrande is liquidating properties in America, just like I said they would about a month ago, that they are selling off properties of BlackRock. Now I'm trying to, you know, run those cases down, but again, usually where there's smoke, there's fire, and those rumors are true because this is normal business. This is how it happens. If you guys watched, there's a documentary about the Lehman crisis, them trying to, this whole one part where they were trying to bring in the Japanese firms to buy up swaths of their MBS package offerings. And they just didn't do it. In the last minute, the Japanese pulled out because the credit worthiness just wasn't there. They were starting to figure out that these packages of homes, these mortgages, were salted with good credit scores, but really the underlying assets were just total crap. And that's what's going on right now with Evergrande. They're trying to move things around. They're repackaging commercial-backed mortgage securities, and they're trying to liquidate things right now. And I can guarantee you, I mean, this is just, you know, ninja thoughts, that the first sets of real estate that they're getting rid of right now are in America and other countries outside of China, because the last thing they want to do is have a unstable real estate market. Even, you know, it's already teetering right now. But the sad thing is everyone's focusing on China and they have no clue. When you point at you, hey, there's like 3 fingers pointing back at me. Weird. It's because we're all screwed up. So it's fun to point fingers. I just want to remind everyone, nobody really remembers this. 2005, was it 2005, 2006? Germany collapsed. It was the ugliest market in the Eurozone. And they had to do with all this restructuring. Nobody remembers this, right? And then the US went through defaults in real estate in 2007, 2008. And then for some crazy reason, Germany was just the I don't want to say it again, but just the shiniest dirty penny in the bunch, in the handful, during the whole debt EU crisis of 2011, 2012, something like that. I don't remember the dates. The point being is that everybody forgets the first guy. They always like to point fingers, then they forget it when the rest of them fall. And that's what's going to happen. Everyone's going to be pointing fingers at China as they collapse. And then China, ironically, I have a feeling, is going to look great, because you always compare it to everyone else. All right, guys, that being said, hope that gave you something to think about. The Economic Ninja is out.